Everyone's got something to say about Victor Wembanyama, how he's 7'4" with an 8-foot wingspan, how he can dribble the ball up like a point guard yet defend the rim like a center, how he can score from anywhere on the floor and is seemingly unguardable on his pull-up jumper, how he's the greatest prospect they've ever seen and could be an even better prospect than LeBron James was. Nah, I'm not here today to tell you what you have already heard. That's not what Topic Tackle is about. Topic Tackle is about breaking down the game, seeing through the storylines and narratives, and giving you the perspective that the media doesn't venture to. So today, we'll look at every reason why Victor Wembanyama garners the hype that he does, but we'll also zone in on the real reason why he can actually become the next GOAT, and it may not be what you're thinking or even from the source that you're thinking of. This is Topic Tackle. Let's go. What's good, people? JC3 here. Just want to say thank you for checking out the channel, which has become the Victor Wembanyama Central as of late. Since you're here, please drop a like on this video. It definitely helps me out. Can shoot the video up the algorithm so that more people can see it. And with that said, let's get into it. So I really want to dive into the it factor for Wemby. The sole reason why I legitimately believe this is not for a clickbait headline, people. I honestly believe this. The reason that can make him the GOAT of this next generation of hoopers. And in order to do this, allow me to take you on a journey through an array of interviews. I'll link a full compilation of NBA legends, all-stars, and coaches reacting to Wembanyama in the description and pinned comment, so definitely check that one out after this one. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to hone in on what the man himself has explicitly said recently in interviews and what his agent said that I believe is profound when evaluating Wembanyama, not only as a prospect that a franchise may want to tank for and build their future around, but more importantly as an individual entering to the world of professionals in his craft. He said in an interview before the first game against the Ignite that if he wasn't born, Scoot Henderson would definitely be the top pick. Confidence with that statement. He also said before the first game that he believed that it would be the biggest game in his life, yet he knew that it was going to go well. Then proceeded to go out there and literally back that up and not even look that challenged out there in the process. Let's play that.
In terms of recognition, worldwide, I think this got to be the biggest game I'm playing in my life. I'm just curious to know how it's going to go, because we're an overseas team and we're playing against an NBA team with NBA rules, NBA court. So this is really going to be a first time for me. And yeah, I'm curious to know how it's going to go. I know it's going to go well, but I'm still curious,
I'm curious as to how it's going to go. I know it's going to go well. That's confidence, people. His team, Mets 92, could have hid their prospect, like a lot of international teams do, in fear of him getting exposed by American talent. But dang, I tell you what, America looks like they got to catch up now. Not even a political statement. That sounds like I'm running for office. And speaking of America catching up, that reminds me, the French national team has a legitimate shot to beat Team USA at the 2024 Olympics in Paris, especially if they're rolling out this lineup. More on that in a future project. I'm going in depth on that. So if you're interested in international basketball, sock that away for a video in the near future coming from yours truly. Anyway, back to Wembanyama. After his first game against Ignite, he talked about how he hates losing and just wanted to help his team come back to win. Let's listen to that now.
I mean, it's not about myself. It's about a team. I gotta play my part in doing what's best for the team. Because I talked to my teammates at half. I was like, I just don't want to lose, and like it happened. But like I hate losing, and yeah, so that we had to adjust for sure, collectively, all of us, and we did. At some point, it was just about taking over, because our team definitely needed players to like step up, because we were down 22, I think, and like coming back from such a lead, it's a tough task. So you gotta take responsibilities, and 3 is more than 2, so in these times you gotta do what you gotta do.
Take responsibilities. At some point, you gotta take over. Take over badge activated. Both of these quotes show a profound confidence for an 18-year-old, and it shows that his head is in the right place, okay? The greatest players care more about winning than anything else, and he displays this already. He could have easily laid down in that first game, but he didn't. And that drive to win is what got him 37 points. Those weren't empty stats. He was actually trying to will his team back from as much as 22 down. One of the broadcasters said during the first game that Scoot Henderson will be a more productive player in the league stat-wise because the modern game literally caters to his playstyle. I mean, all you have to do is look at the likes of Ja Morant, Trae Young to believe that. But this broadcaster still said, despite that, it's a 99.9% chance that teams take Wembanyama with the first overall pick. You can't deny the package that he presents with his skill set at his size. Plus, the intangibles I mentioned earlier from the interview, that plays in, factors in as well. So think about that. Think about that. This broadcaster basically said that it's a shoo-in for Scoot to be productive in the league. But even with this, he can't deny Wembanyama's incredibly high ceiling. All right, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video, by the way. They're just the #1 option for cash back with online shopping. I use Rakuten, whether it's through the website or the app, every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cash back that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this. Support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. In the second game against Ignite, Victor's agent Bouna Ndiaye, who's represented many French basketball players who've played in the NBA and are playing now, said to the broadcasters, he's a competitor. If there's basketball to be played, he will go. Even if I advised him not to go, he would go. He is nonstop looking to get better and studying the game. I have to force him to rest. His agent also said on the broadcast, how do you shut down someone who wants to be on the court? How do you shut down Kobe Bryant? Instead, ask, how do you get your prospect better every day? And also about Victor's mindset and maturity, he's not 18, he's 35. I have to tell him that he's 18. Look at that mentality, people. These are the intangibles that you can't teach. Wembanyama is central focus, goal-oriented, locked in on the task at hand, which is to get better every day. If you're a scout, if you're in the front office for the Rockets, Thunder, Spurs, Jazz, and Pacers, that is literally music to your ears. Another thing that gives Victor the it factor is that he doesn't care about social media. He says his friends send him things, he thinks it's cool, but he doesn't care. And there's an interview that he did about that with ESPN. Let's play that.
How tough is it to not get caught up in all the hoopla? People rave about where you are and what you're going to be moving forward. How tough is it for you to concentrate on continuing to improve?
It's not hard at all because I got great people around me, and I don't know, I'm just doing my thing. I don't really care about all this social media stuff. Or, of course, I get my friends and all sent me some stuff, some posts, and I see some things, but I don't really care about it.
Not only that, not only is he keeping a central focus, his eyes straight ahead to the goal, he's also honest about what he can get better at. And he told that to Van Gundy. Let's hear that.
Well, what did you learn that from these two games that you want to take forward that you think you have to improve on? Everybody can see your great skills, but when you look at yourself in these two games, what's the next goals?
For me, especially now playing on a that was my first time playing on a 48-minute game, and what I noticed is I need to get my my energy up sometimes. Getting used to playing hard for longer periods of time, because I was getting tired playing 9-10 minutes straight, and yeah, I think that's the primarily thing I got to work on.
So when you pair this real reason why Wembanyama can become the next GOAT with what we recently saw in the Mets 92 versus G League Ignite games in Vegas, it's a recipe for success. Let's break down some of these plays really quick. Check out the fadeaway jumper on the baseline. He notices Pujetter come down to swipe at the ball, and he's able to keep his composure. Little half spin, fades away like the defender isn't even there. He's 7'4", which makes these alley-oops look incredibly easy. There's a baseline view right there. And then how about this play? I mean, he looks like he's playing on the park, on the playground. This is a 2K My Player, squares himself up, shoots a fadeaway corner three. The skill is unbelievable. My biggest takeaways from both the intangibles we talked about earlier in his interviews to his game, Wembanyama is the player we've been waiting for them to create in the lab. I mean, heck, we've been creating these My Players on 2K for years. A 7'4" wing who can play all 5 positions and each of them well at that. You need him to bring up the ball, can do. You need him to hit the jumper, yak. He was 7-11 from 3 in the first game. You need him to defend down low and block shots, give me that, can do. Sure, the 7'4" frame with an 8-foot wingspan, everything you've heard everyone else say, that's all legit, but the biggest takeaway is what's most obvious and right in front of us. And here it is. Are you ready? I need you to prepare yourself. How easy he makes the game look. Drop the sound effect.
Boom.
How easy he makes the game look. He said before the first game, we played in the interview earlier, that he was confident that the game would go well, as the NBA floor is bigger than in EuroLeague, is something else he talked about, and thus the players are more spread out. This is a distinct advantage that Euro players have. You can see it with Luka as well, as he said that he believes it's easier to score in the NBA than in the EuroLeague. Seriously though, when a player is in complete control out there, their performances will appear effortless, like poetry in motion. The best players of all time have always made the difficult look simple and have pushed the limits to make the seemingly impossible a reality. And Victor Wembanyama, who if he keeps this up will be someone we speak about, who made fadeaway corner threes look routine and could be seemingly everywhere at once, with his ability to read the play and alter shots essentially out of nowhere with his length. I'm going on record to say that for all the above reasons, I submit this video essay as proof of me being all in on the Wembanyama train. The most important things that this man can do is stay grounded, keep his day ones around him that aren't going to be yes men, but consistently encourage and challenge him, not only as a basketball player, but as a man, and nourish his body in the best way possible to grow, recover, perform, repeat. Now, this is your opportunity to make your voice heard. What's the ceiling for Wembanyama? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll be back with more Topic Tackle coming soon. Stay solid, people. Woo! I feel like I just gave a motivational speech there at the end. Are you feeling fired up? I'm a little bit fired up, man. I'm leaving the studio. Leaving the studio. Come on, man.